It is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Friday, January the 29th, 2021, brought to you today by the First Bake along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Gladys Black, 95 of Muleshoe, is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon, Friday, January the 29th, at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. We will be live streaming Gladys's funeral service at 2 p.m. this afternoon. You can look on muleshoetv.com. Also, it will be on both of our Facebook pages, Gil Lamb and Channel 6 Muleshoe, along with our YouTube channel, Gil Lamb Advertising. Gladys died Monday, January the 25th here in Muleshoe. She was born December the 17th, 1925, in Hill County, Texas, to Jesse Lee and Ida Walker Wagner. She married Eugene Black in Portales on September the 16th, 1942. Gladys was a driver's license clerk for the Texas Department of Public Safety for 21 years. She was also a past president of the Muleshoe PTA and was presented a lifetime membership to the Texas State PTA. Gladys is preceded in death by her husband, Eugene, in 1999, her parents, 2 sisters, 3 brothers, and a granddaughter, Holly Saylor. Gladys is survived by 3 sons, Stan Black and his wife, Pat of Frisco, Cliff Black and his wife, Karen of Muleshoe, Steve Black and his wife, Vicky of Muleshoe, her daughter, Marilyn Black of Muleshoe, and 10 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Onita Wagner Senior Center, P.O. Box 292, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or Mule Medic, 1301 West American Boulevard, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, funeral service for Gladys Black, 95 of Muleshoe, is set for 2 o'clock this afternoon, Friday, January the 29th, at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. As I mentioned earlier, we will be live streaming Gladys's service at 2 p.m. from the First Baptist Church at muleshoetv.com. Please keep the Black family on your prayer list today. A memorial service for Jake Saylor, 89, in Muleshoe, was held yesterday afternoon at 2 p.m., January 28th, at the First Baptist Church with Dr. Stacy Connor and Glenn Harlan officiating. Burial was in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. We did have a problem with our live stream of that service, but I ran up and recorded it, and it is available now on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the First Baptist tab to see Jake Saylor's funeral service from Thursday. Jake died on Sunday, January the 24th in Muleshoe. He was born June the 15th, 1931 in Phoenix, Arizona, to Norman and Mamie Wallace Saylor. He married June Free in West Camp on December the 5th, 1954. Jake served in the U.S. Navy during the Korean War. He farmed in the Muleshoe area for many years. Jake loves spending time in Arizona. He is preceded in death by his parents, a granddaughter, Holly Saylor, 2 sisters, Louise Fullerton and Norma Dunbar, and 1 sister-in-law, Benny Sue Free. Jake is survived by his wife, June, 3 sons, David Saylor and his wife, Patty of Clovis, John Saylor and his wife, Diane of Muleshoe, Scott Saylor and his wife, Colleen of Muleshoe, and 6 grandchildren, Julie Saylor, Blair Oscarson, Crystal Walker, Ryan Saylor, Jordan Saylor, Hayden Saylor, and his 7 great-grandchildren. The family suggests memorials be sent to the West Texas Alzheimer's Association, 110 Mesa Park Drive, number 250, El Paso, Texas 79912, or the First Baptist Church, P.O. Box 483, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or Mule Medic, 1301 West American Boulevard, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, funeral service for Jake Saylor, 89 in Muleshoe, were held yesterday afternoon at the First Baptist Church with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Burial was in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. And again, you can see the memorial service for Jake Saylor on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the First Baptist tab at the top of the page. John David McVicker of Slayton, formerly of Muleshoe, passed away in his home on December the 12th, 2020, at the age of 66. He was born in nearby Plainview, Texas, to J.E. Mack and Virginia Jenny May McVicker on April 11th, 1954. A short time later, David and his family moved to Muleshoe, where he grew up and attended Muleshoe High School, graduating in 1972. David then attended Texas Tech University, where he earned a Bachelor of Science in Management. While attending, and for years after, TTU was a centerpiece in his life. He would proudly show off campus flower beds he had helped cultivate, and he took his children and stepchildren to as many TTU sporting events as he could: football, baseball, basketball, whatever he could manage. Although he also loved the Chicago Bears, the Red Raiders were far and away his team of choice. David's love of Tech and his community was eclipsed only by his love for his family. When his sons Michael and Jake were young and he worked evenings, they would bring him supper on his breaks. It was these evenings apart from his family that led him to leave the hospitality industry and join the Texas Department of Human Services. When he worked as a community care manager, he was known for bringing groceries to his elderly and disabled clients who needed a little extra help outside of the services the state could provide. Later, towards the end of his career, David found a passion in child care licensing for health and human services. In this role, David traveled his beloved state of Texas and helped child care facilities navigate regulation and improve their businesses. In every aspect of David's career, he sought ways to go beyond the bare minimum and make life easier for his fellow neighbors. With Michael and Jake in tow, the three of them would regularly travel to Muleshoe to spend time with David's mother and help her with her chores. Even more regularly, he loved to attend his children's sports games and supported them in all their extracurricular activities. One point of pride was graduations, everything from preschool and high school, as well as traveling across the state and the country for college and graduate school commencement ceremonies. When times were tough, David would sacrifice so he could find meaningful gifts and tokens of affection to show his family and friends how much he loved them. Oftentimes, David would find a trinket and think of someone only to give it to them years later, making every visit with him special. He regularly sent silly cards or emails infused with his unique sense of humor to let others know he was thinking of them. One important lesson that David taught his family was that the act of giving could delight a loved one's day. In addition to his family and community, David frequently lived his life with a soundtrack of his favorite music playing in the background. He regularly went to live performances, everything from big rock concerts to local musicians playing at microbreweries. He was deeply proud to be a local Texan, was passionate about the history of his home state and the McVicker family. All of this was something that David loved to share with others. A conversation with him was guaranteed to be both intense and engaging, as you were going to hear about the culinary creations of his own making or other good food at local restaurants, proud stories of his children, stepchildren, nieces, and nephews, or hear his laugh and smile that could light up a room and bring people together. David is survived by two sons from his first marriage, John Michael McVicker of Los Angeles and Jacob Bryant McVicker of Austin, two stepchildren, Hope McGlone and Brandon James McGlone, both of Lubbock. He leaves behind his siblings, Jan Elizabeth Charles King of Amarillo, Susan Louise of Dallas, and Dan Curry and his wife Julie of Dallas. He leaves behind nieces and nephews, Sherry King and Neil Kleepak, Shaylee Robert King and Wendy Joe, Curry King and Joseph Willix, Melanie Ann McVicker, John Curry McVicker, and William Robert McVicker. He leaves behind nephews and grandnieces Cal Edwards and Riley Arrett, William King Arrett, Nathan Kern Arrett, and Jenny Elizabeth Arrett. Per David's request, the Eagles Already Gone will be played at his memorial service. Please keep the family of David McVicker of Slayton. He grew up here in Muleshoe. On your prayer list today, he died in his home there in Slayton on December the 12th, and we remember David very fondly. Of course, for a long time in the 80s and 90s, Jenny, his mother, worked for us here at Channel 6. Well, as we mentioned last week on our Wednesday Muletrain last week, they finally did get the COVID-19 vaccine clinic set up at the Senior Center at Main and Avenue D for Friday, January 22nd, and then Monday and Tuesday at the start of this week. They received original shipment of 975 doses of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine to the hospital and Dr. Purdy's clinic, along with the hospital and many of their staff. Bailey County EMS and Kevin Bays, the director there, all along with Royce Turner and Carolyn Johnson, the senior center president of the board and the director, all set up this shot clinic along with the CEO of our local hospital, Dennis Fleener, where they gave out these vaccines over those 3 days at the senior center. I went in and helped out on Monday, and it was something to see people trying to social distance and wearing masks while giving out all these Pfizer shipments. And thanks to all those that worked so diligently to make this happen. Lots of Muleshoe residents, along with some people in our area, along with former Muleshoe residents, came back into town who were having trouble getting COVID shots in their new homes, but saw a lot of people and saw a lot of good hard work by many of our professionals in the healthcare industry, along with lots of volunteers there at the senior center. Anyway, after the first day of the senior center COVID vaccine clinic, Carolyn Johnson, the director, wrote this: "A Tale of Three Men." I'm thrilled to be writing the Senior Center news again for the Bailey County Senior Citizen Center. As most of you know, several of us at the center had a bout of COVID-19. We had to close our doors, but we are hoping to reopen soon. Yes, COVID has given us some real problems, but some of our greatest gifts often come with real-life challenges. My story today is one that I take great pride in writing. It's about three individuals in our community who chose to step up, take charge, and put the COVID challenge behind us. These three men had a great sense of what is possible and agreed to work together to make it happen. These three individuals are Dr. Bruce Purdy, local physician, Dennis Fleener, hospital administrator, and Royce Turner, president of the Bailey County Senior Center's Board of Directors. Where the COVID virus was concerned, they saw a need for vigorous and positive actions. They wanted to make sure that our older Muleshoe adults and those with underlying health conditions receive first access to the vaccination. Dr. Purdy and Dennis got together, and the following agreement was made. Dr. Purdy would order 975 vaccinations, and he and Dennis would work with their nurses and other staff members to give the vaccines. Royce Turner agreed that the Bailey County Senior Citizens Center would be used as the location for it all to happen. Board members and staff from the center would work and schedule the appointments for those who wanted the vaccines. The bold decision to order this many vials in a small community such as Muleshoe was risky, but it soon paid off. Just last week, it was made public that the vaccine would be arriving in Muleshoe. It was announced by Gillam Advertising, placed on Facebook, and individuals' calls were made to all members of the Senior Center. The vaccine arrived on Thursday. Scheduling began, and the shots were given all day Friday. And, of course, that was last week, January 22nd, at the center from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. A total of 478 vaccines were brought to the center that day, and every single one of them was used. And that's a week ago today. Carolyn Johnson, of course, is writing this. As I mentioned, I've often heard the saying, men's actions are picture books of their creed. The three men I'm writing about today took action and are truly the best of the best. We would be remiss, however, if we did not thank Alicia Pope and the Muleshoe Area Medical Center staff, Dr. Purdy's clinical staff, headed by Joanne Ellis and his nurse, Charla Stanford. Would also like to thank Kevin Bays and the EMT staff here in Muleshoe, and the board members, staff, and volunteers from the Bailey County Senior Center. They all played a major role in making Friday a successful day. Their work and actions maximized the safety of many individuals in our area, which in turn makes us a more sustainable community. At a time when we are searching for a little hope, happiness, and optimism, we are thankful for the determination, hard work, and talent that we witnessed this past Friday. We pray that it will help us get back to life as we once knew it. We will continue to provide the vaccines at the center until all are gone. And again, they did do the vaccine clinics all day, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Monday and Tuesday, along with a week ago Friday. We are hoping that these inoculants will keep our hopes alive and bring out the best of what is in all of us. And that was Carolyn Johnson writing the Senior Center news, and it was good to have that back. Good to see the Senior Center back in operation for such a noteworthy, momentous event. And hopefully we will get back to normal in the short term here in Muleshoe. Make sure to go to the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, as we have a 10-hour and 10-minute broadcast broken into two sections, the morning section and afternoon session from the Bailey County Junior Livestock Show from 2021. It took place last week on Friday, a week ago, and all 10 hours of that available to watch at muleshoetv.com, brought to you by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Barrett Potato Farms, Dale Oil Company, Farmers Insurance, Julie DeBruin, K&K Pharmacy, McDonald's Restaurant, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Livestock Auction, Precure Electric, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Independent School District, WTG Fuels, Irrigation Pumps and Power, Wilson Drilling, Leal's Tortilla Factory, McCormick Seeds, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, Lance Insurance, Burton Service Center, Mohawk Auto Parts, Randallfield CPA, Bamert Seed, Bywise Home Store, and the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Now, in the Rabbit Show, the Grand Champion Rabbit was shown by Zoe Hancock. The Reserve Grand Champion Rabbit was shown by Brayley Thomason. The Junior Showmanship Award went to Brayley Thomason, and the Senior Showmanship Award went to Ethan Whitworth. The very first chicken show occurred, and you'll make sure to want to watch that. It was something very different, but the Junior Chicken Show, the first one at Bailey County Livestock Show, the Grand Champion Chicken was exhibited by Hayden Burris. The Reserve Grand Champion Chicken by Brenna Butler. The Junior Showmanship in the Chicken was Hadley Burris, and the Senior Showman was Ethan Whitworth. In the Lamb Show, the Grand Champion Lamb was shown by Caitlin Hart. The Reserve Champion Lamb by Peyton Hart. The Junior Lamb Showman, Taysom Summers, and the Senior Lamb Showman, Caitlin Hart. The overall Lamb Showman was Caitlin Hart. The Junior Goat Show, Caitlin Hart exhibited the Grand Champion Goat. Reserve Grand Champion Goat was Amador Castillo. Junior Goat Showman, Brayley Thomason. Senior Goat Showman, Peyton Hart, and the overall Goat Showman was Peyton Hart. In the Pig Show, the Grand Champion Pig was shown by Frankie Reyes. The Reserve Grand Champion Pig, Savannah De Leon. Junior Swine Showman was Kiari Kelly. The Senior Swine Showman, Araceli Hernandez, and the overall Showman, Araceli Hernandez, last Friday at the Bailey County Coliseum. The Steer Show Grand Champion was exhibited by Caitlin Kelly, and along with the Reserve Grand Champion Steer, Caitlin Kelly. Junior Showman, Gunnar Perry. The Senior Showman, Caitlin Kelly, and the overall Showman went to Caitlin Kelly. In the Junior Dairy Heifer Show, Hayden Burris exhibited both the Grand and Reserve Champion Dairy Heifer. Honorable mention went to Brayley Thomason. Junior Dairy Showman was Brayley Thomason. Senior Dairy Showman was Hayden Burris. And the overall Dairy Showman went to Hayden Burris. And then in the coveted Jimmy Dell Black Showmanship Award, that went to Caitlin Kelly, the winner. See, all of that, along with much, much more. There was a little kids pee-wee show during the afternoon session. All that available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. It's on the front page today as of Friday. And later on today, or maybe tomorrow on Saturday, but in the very near future, we will have our Meet Your Neighbor program brought to you by United Supermarkets. It's a video compilation of some of the commonly seen backyard birds found in the Muleshoe, Texas area during the winter months. I've been working for the last month or so filming these birds. It includes curved-billed thrashers, dark-eyed juncos, house finch and house sparrows, northern cardinal, northern flicker, and a spotted towhee in our video compilation. Meet your neighbor for January's Backyard Birds of Muleshoe. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. In an effort to keep up with the latest fraud protection available, First Bank of Muleshoe's My Mobile Money app has been replaced with Secure Lock Equip. Secure Lock Equip is very similar to My Mobile Money, as it is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands, and it's available to all participating cardholders. It empowers First Bank's customers to prevent fraud if your card is lost or stolen simply by turning your card off from your phone. Control spending by setting limits on withdrawals or transactions. Customize spending ability of online, mobile, or in-store purchases. Set alert notifications for each time a transaction is made. Block international or out-of-area transactions as well. Download the Secure Lock Equip app from Google Play for Android phones or at the App Store for iPhones. Follow the steps to connect to your First Bank of Muleshoe debit cards. If you need more information or help, you can call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515. Check them out online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank Secure Lock Equip, available now for Android or iPhones through the Google Play Store or the App Store. The First Bank is member FDIC. And be aware, the First Bank will become Happy State Bank officially on Monday, February 22nd. They're mailing out all of their customers information, a packet on what this transition will entail. And the transition will migrate from First Bank to Happy State online banking the weekend of February 19th through the 21st.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard, where any of your New Year's resolutions, your goals can be helped reach through K&K Pharmacy, whether it's smoking cessation, losing weight, all available at 1411 West American Boulevard, 806-272-7511. Don't forget they offer the rapid COVID-19 test, and they do have an order for COVID vaccines in. Hopefully they will receive that sometime soon. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe, 1411 West American Boulevard. Come in the store, or you can use their convenient drive-through on the west side of the building, or they will deliver straight to your doorstep, 806-272-7511. It is time now for the weather forecast, brought to you by K&K Pharmacy. And we did on Sunday late during the day receive a little bit of rain, as we got 23 100ths of an inch of rain here at Channel 6 in Muleshoe. The Muleshoe Mesonet station got 24 100ths of an inch, and the Earth Mesonet got a 1/10 of an inch late Sunday evening. It sort of got really foggy and then finally started to rain. We even saw a little bit of lightning and thunder as the evening went on Sunday. That brings our January 2021 total for the month to 56 100ths of an inch of rain at the Muleshoe Mesonet station, 2 miles south of town. And the Earth Mesonet station, which is right next to Toke Plant, has a total of 39 100ths of an inch of rain for the month of January so far. And of course, Sunday is the last day of the month. Looking at our weather forecast going forward, today mostly cloudy. It will warm up into the lower 60s this afternoon. Thank goodness. High is 62. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then tonight, a slight chance of showers between midnight and 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming mostly clear. Low around 37. Breezy conditions will come along with this front. There's a 20% chance of rain and a 35 peak winds somewhere around 35 miles per hour overnight. Then Saturday, areas of blowing dust, sunny, high near 59 degrees, windy conditions with a west wind 30 to 40 miles per hour, becoming northwest 15 to 25 miles per hour. Saturday afternoon, winds could gust as high as 55 miles per hour during the day on Saturday. Saturday night, Looking at a clear evening, low around 27, west-northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, so the winds will calm down into the evening hours. Sunday, sunny, high near 55 degrees, north winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear, low around 26. Sunny on Monday, high near 59 degrees, southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour Monday afternoon. Monday night, partly cloudy, low around 33. South-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 68 degrees, west winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low around 40. Breezy conditions on Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 63 degrees. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low around 28. Then Thursday next week, mostly sunny, high near 46. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Again, a slight chance of precipitation between midnight and 4 a.m., then really windy conditions that will start up and last through the afternoon on Saturday. Winds could gust as high as 55 miles per hour out of the west and northwest on Saturday. Our last COVID-19 update from the Muleshoe Bailey County Emergency Management Group was from Monday afternoon, January the 25th, and we had dropped down to 10 active COVID-19 cases from 24 the week prior. And sadly, we've gone up to 16 deaths as of Monday from COVID-19 here in Bailey County. So looking at our trend over the last 3 weeks, January the 11th, we had 32 active cases and 13 deaths. Last week, on January the 20th, we had 24 active cases and 13 deaths. And then on Monday, we only had 10 active cases, but went up to 16 deaths here in Bailey County from COVID-19. Again, stay vigilant as these vaccines start to arrive in our area. They will begin to take effect, hopefully, and we will see this hopefully continue to decline, but continue to wear a mask, socially distance, wash your hands 20 minutes with soap and water, avoid large crowds, and of course, if you get the opportunity to get a vaccine, please accept it. There is an EMS hotline, 833-367-4390, extension 4, where you can call and ask questions. If no one answers, please leave a detailed message about COVID-19, whether you think you have symptoms or about quarantining, and they will get back to you if you have to leave a message. Again, that phone number is 833-367-4390. Well, the Lady Mules are really doing well in the 2020-2021 basketball season as they beat Friona last Tuesday night, January 26th. It was senior night, and they won 62-32. It puts them solidly in third place in District 3-3A. Brownfield and Littlefield have clinched playoff spots at 9-0 and 8-1. Brownfield 1, Littlefield 2. Lady Mules are squarely in the race for the playoffs and in third place at 6-4. Denver City is in fourth place at 4-6. Lamesa is 4-5. Dimmitt is in sixth place in the district at 2-7, and Friona is last place at 0-10. The boys also beat Friona Tuesday night, 59-43 on senior night. The boys in 3-3A are in sixth place at 2-5. They will all be in action, JV and varsity, this evening, Friday, January 29th, here at home at Muleshoe High School. At 5 p.m., we'll begin with JV Mules and Lady Mules JV versus Lamesa. 6:15, JV Mules White Team versus Lamesa. And varsity Lady Mules at the high school gymnasium. The JV Mules White Team will play at the junior high gym. Then at 7:30, the varsity Mules will take on Lamesa Golden Tornadoes. That's going on right here in Muleshoe tonight. Then next week, on Tuesday, February the 2nd, they will all be in action at Dimmitt. So good luck to the Lady Mules. They're having a great season. And the Mules varsity and JV basketball teams. The girls softball team is gearing up for their first scrimmage. It will be this Saturday, January the 30th at noon. JV and varsity Lady Mules softball will be scrimmaging at Floydada. So good luck to them as they begin their season with a scrimmage. Going on this Sunday, January the 31st, the St. Anne's Catholic Church will have their annual German sausage dinner from 11:30 a.m. until 2 the afternoon. On Sunday at the St. Anne's Parish Hall on 3rd Street in Bovina, they'll be serving homemade German sausage, creamed potato and gravy, green beans, sauerkraut, relish plate, homemade bread, and desserts, tea, or coffee. It's $12 for adults, $6 for children under 6. Takeout plates are available, and, of course, they will also sell you sausage in either the regular jalapeno or green chili flavors. That's all going on this Sunday, January 31st, 11:30 a.m. until 2 at the St. Anne's Parish Hall in Bovina, 3rd Street, the St. Anne's Catholic Church annual German sausage dinner. McDonald's restaurant is now hiring for all of their part-time shifts. They are 6 to 9 a.m., 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., or 2 to 5 p.m., and they're looking for part-time workers who only want 15 hours of work per week. Again, the shifts are 6 to 9 a.m., 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., or 2 to 5 p.m. at McDonald's restaurant. Pick up an application there on American Boulevard at the store. We will be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. First Bank and Trust, formerly AIM Bank, right here in Muleshoe at 101 West American Boulevard. They're open 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., and they're deeply invested in the Muleshoe area. They're convenient drive-thrus there on the south end of the building. Also an ATM. Call 806-272-4561. First Bank and Trust right here in Muleshoe, Texas, 101 West American Boulevard, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Keith Kobe with the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic. As we continue in this pandemic, your health is our utmost concern. We continue to work diligently to make the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic a safe place for you and your family. Most importantly, during this time, it is essential to keep up with your routine exams so we can help you address your medical problems before they get out of control. As always, please continue to practice CDC guidelines by wearing a mask in public areas and while visiting us. Please remember to stay 6 feet apart and wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Call the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic so we can help you living a healthy life.
That's 806-272-7531. Jesse Leal continues his family's tradition of service to the Muleshoe area into a third generation with the launch of his new business, Muleshoe Delivery Service. He makes it easy for you to stay safe during these uncertain times with his personalized delivery service from any store or restaurant in Muleshoe straight to your front door or office. You choose your date and time frame, pay the small shopping fee to Muleshoe Delivery Service up front through a secure website at muleshoedelivery.com. Type in your shopping list and then pay the shopping bill upon delivery. You can also place your order with Jesse by liking his Facebook page at facebook.com/Muleshoe Delivery and sending him a private message or simply calling him at 806-205-6936. He will deliver straight to your doorstep from United, Food King, K&K Pharmacy, Leal's, McDonald's, Sonic, the Dinner Bell, Frying Cox, Higginbotham's, Mohawk Auto Parts, O'Reilly's, either of the dollar stores, and many others. Fast and dependable, Jesse Leal at Muleshoe Delivery Service. Book your delivery now on his website at muleshoedelivery.com or facebook.com/Muleshoe Delivery, or simply call him at 806-205-6936. Jesse Leal at Muleshoe Delivery Service. Well, the annual Calvary Baptist Valentine Cookie Fundraiser is getting underway, and this year with COVID restrictions, they're paring down their production and going back to the basics. They're offering a 9-inch heart-shaped cookie for $10. They can personalize them with your message, decorate, and box each one. You can choose them to have them delivered or curbside pickup there at the church. So order yours today. Contact any member of the Calvary Baptist Church, or you can call 806-272-4012, leave a message, or you can also call Judy Kaufman at 946-9400. They want to tell you that COVID-19 precautions will be followed at all times. And again, they're doing only 9-inch heart-shaped cookies for $10 this year. Contact any Calvary Baptist Church member or call 806-272-4012, leave a message if no one answers, or call Judy Kaufman at 946-9400. That's the Calvary Baptist Church annual Valentine Cookie Fundraiser. It wouldn't be Valentine's without that going on here in Muleshoe. On your prayer list today, remember, please, Betty and Gary Freeman are moving from Muleshoe in the near future. Eddie Morris and Carol Neal, Joshua Rodriguez, Connie Alanis, Lisa Oftenkamp, Joe Bledsoe, Carolyn Kaufman, Luella Isham. Remember on your prayer list today as well, Carolyn and Lawrence Stovall, the parents of Terry Maracle, Ellen Ladd, who is in the nursing home in Littlefield, Melbourne Tom Bratcher, Janice Morrison, her brother, Carolyn Johnson, who's still having trouble getting around. Remember those fighting COVID here in our area, Kim Bells, Gladys Black, the family of Gladys Black, Kearney Scoggin, Buckinland Campbell, the family of Susie Cardinal, needs to be on your prayer list today. Jeremy Combs, Bonnie Carpenter, Mary Nell Bleeker, Margaret Berman, Maureen Hooton, Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Pat Nichols, Sally Ellis, Leonardo Avias needs to be on your prayer list today. Cleta Robertson, Francisco Gonzalez. Remember Evelyn Ziegenfuss on your prayer list as she's recently moved from Muleshoe. Gladys Williams. Remember all of our pastors and church boards, our senior center as they prepare to open back up. Remember our school and city leaders, our county leaders, our governor and president, our local business owners and all of their employees, our hospital district, Dennis Fleener, the CEO, and the Parkview Nursing Care Center, along with their administrator, Chris Antion. Keep on your prayer list today the family of John David McVicker of Slayton, formerly of Muleshoe, as he died back in December. Keep on your prayer list today as well the family of Jake Saylor, the family of Gladys Black, the family of Mary Lee Powell, the family of Donna Chilo Vasquez, the family of Seferino Sierra, the family of Martin Martinez, the family of Nellene Dent, and the family of Herb Ramage. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs on our website, muleshoetv.com, free of charge, on demand anytime you want to listen to them. The current one, along with all our archived ones, click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Ramblings of Tex Midkiff. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They're owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Tex Midkiff of Yantis has been a professional poker player, prison guard, and worked for 30 years providing security guards for companies all over the U.S. and other countries.
At one time, I had about 4,000 security guards working for me.
He grew up in Palestine.
During the spring, the dogwoods come out, and fishermen always say when the dogwoods bloom, it's time to start catching crappie.
Tex has lived near Lake Fork since 1996. He loves to fish.
That's the best bass fishing lake in the United States. My cousin caught the state record crappie at Navarro Mills in 1968. And it's still a record today. It weighs 4 pounds and 10 ounces.
Tex writes a monthly column for a newspaper in Yantis. He wrote about his cousin's record catch.
I ate the largest white perch ever caught in the state of Texas.
Tex has lived in several cities, and that sometimes creates a problem with GPS.
I tell a lot of stories on my wife, but recently she needed to go to Dallas to see her nephew in the hospital. And she wasn't sure how to get there, and she was going in her sister's car, and her sister didn't have a GPS. And so I said, well, I've got a portable GPS. I'll put in the location for the hospital and give it to you, and it'll take you right to there. So a couple of hours, they called me and said, yeah, we drove right up to the hospital. We're here. 2 hours later, she called me back, and she said, I think we're lost. We're headed to Plano. And that was a different direction. She needed to be coming home. And I said, well, what did you do? She said, well, I just punched home on the GPS. And I said, well, the problem was when I had that GPS, we lived in Kansas City.
Tex has written 4 books.
Well, my latest book is called Hidden History of East Texas. I started writing when I was in high school, started writing some short stories and poetry. That's where I first developed my love of writing.
He is now writing a book about country musicians in Texas. His co-author is Enola Gay of KSST Radio in Sulphur Springs.
We're going to do about 50 of them probably.
Sometimes Tex writes about women.
I wrote about them, but I've never been able to understand them.
Tex Midkiff of Yantis. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.